Very pleased not to be joined by the one and only, the legendary, the internationally famous, the soon-to-be member of your dynasty team, soon-to-be member of everything in your household, I imagine. It is Washington Husky extraordinaire Rome Odunze. Rome, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
No, thanks for having me. I'm grateful to be here.
It is a very exciting time in your life, I imagine. And I want to tell you that, we jumped on very quickly because you got a small window. My name's RJ Ochoa. I probably should have told you that. So, nice to meet you. You and I best friends for life now. I interviewed 2 wide receivers last year ahead of the NFL draft, and both had pretty promising rookie years. So I'm kind of a good luck charm. They were Jackson Smith and Jigba and Zay Flowers. So you're in that camp now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to party for sure.
Yeah, I have to, I was rooting for JSN to fall to the Cowboys, and I don't know if you can tell by my background. I cover the Cowboys here at SB Nation. Okay. Didn't happen. You're not going to make it anywhere near the Cowboys. I hate to say it's a real big bummer, but because you're awesome. What is your life like right now as it's about to change?
It's a little wild just traveling so much, honestly. Traveling and trying to train and maintain my shape is kind of what I'm up to right now. So many different like 30 visits you can go on with teams flying you out, getting to know them as well. And then, also trying to train during that time, and also like the anticipation of the draft. So it's a very unique time, and a time, you got to be willing to, accept change and, not be in the routine of your everyday life for sure.
Totally. And you're obviously coming off of an incredible season for Washington. You guys had an incredible season. And so I imagine you go from the national championship straight into, preparation for the NFL. You can't really take any days off. Is it like that? Do you have downtime at all? Like, do you watch Netflix? Do you play Call of Duty? Like, do you find maybe on the road when you're traveling, just time to be Rome?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I got my Xbox in my backpack right now. I got my shows downloaded for the flights and stuff. So yeah, definitely, time to relax and, just enjoy, life for a little bit. And I'm a big gamer and I love watching movies. So I always have those 2 things on deck for sure. But you got to find time and make time for sure.
I have a lot to get to, but what are you playing? What are you watching? Because somebody is going to, be a big fan of yours very soon that I wouldn't say isn't right now, but when you become part of an NFL team, people all of a sudden want to know everything about you. So for the fans of whatever team you ultimately join in very short order, what are you playing? What are you watching? Just so they can kind of get to know Rome.
Recently I've been playing some Call of Duty, some Madden. I've been playing a game called Smite for a very long time. If anybody's out there, one of my fans has heard about it, or one of the fans out there heard about it, man, great game. Been on that for a long time. What am I watching? I actually just finished Outer Banks, the season 3. Just finished Outer Banks. Before I'm starting The Gentleman, which is on Netflix.
Very popular right now.
Very popular as well. So I kind of watch, the things as they come out. I listen to the top 10 recommended and just kind of watch those sometimes. But yeah.
You're making my job easy because I have to know now, who do you use in Madden? I mean, like, do you use I presume you're friends with JSN or Zay or whatever. Like, do you use people you're friends with? Do you use the Seahawks for geographical, loyalty right now? Like, or is it just random? Like, what do you do?
I'm random for sure. Okay. I'm random. I love playing with people with speed. So I'll play with I love playing with the Dolphins offense just because they have so much speed on their team. But love playing with the Chiefs with Patty Mahomes too. But I play with anybody. I love mobile quarterbacks. So that's my game in Madden. So I love a mobile quarterback.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where you wind up. I'm sure I don't have to tell you. Actually, I'll just ask. Like, do you look at mock drafts? Do you look at things like that? Do you look at people who do like uniform swaps to kind of see what? Because I would. I'll be straight up with you. I would totally do that.
Yeah, I mean, I see it. It's not like I'm going out and seeking it. People mention me in those different things on like Twitter and things like that. So I'll see it definitely. And it is definitely interesting to see the mock drafts and, people put you in the uniforms. I think it's awesome that fans are, that passionate and take the time to do those things. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely not something I'm seeking out, but it is interesting to see for sure. And the mocks, I don't put any validity in the mocks. The mocks are crazy, but they are fun that people create them.
You mentioned Twitter. I checked out your Instagram because I wanted to see who is following you that I know, which, is just kind of one way to look at things. And the most, I don't want to say famous, but the most stout one, the one that I would have freaked out about would have been Julio Rodriguez. maybe you don't even know. Maybe your Instagram is so popping that you don't realize that. All due respect to Julio. But if it wasn't him, who was the person that when they followed you on Instagram, you were like, holy crap, like my life is really starting to change a little bit here?
I don't know. I think I think Jerry Rice followed me on Instagram.
What a humble way to say that, Rome.
And
I think I'm not sure. I think
that'd be
yeah.
great. And I don't know how much he's on Instagram, but I think he followed me. I mean, his son, I met him at the combine, and he's super, cool as well, BR. So got to meet with him. And he's dope. But yeah, that family seems cool. But no, J-Rod definitely was up there too. Like that's my dog. I became a Mariners fan, when I was in college, because that's the only baseball team I've ever watched. So shout out to J-Rod. They hopefully will go do their thing this season. But J-Rod, that's my dog.
Well, I bring that up because Dane Brugler is one of the best draft analysts in the business, and he recently released. He does this every year. I know you're going through the draft, but he calls it the Beast. It's his draft guide. It's wonderful for this time of year, and it's got all these wonderful things about you because you're this amazing player. And I don't know if you've seen this or if you've ever heard this comp, but when I was reading through your profile, it was so cool because I've always tried to come up with comps. Everybody always does, right? Like, who does Rome Odunze remind me of? And Dane noted that you track the ball like a center fielder, and he said like Ken Griffey Jr. And I was like, that is so cool. Like, and such a cool comparison because of the Washington thing and whatever. And I didn't even know that you were a big Mariners fan and everything. That is a really cool way to kind of look at your game, I feel like.
Yeah, no, that's a tremendous comparison. I feel like, if I'm doing anything like Ken Griffey Jr., then I'm doing it well, right? I mean, that's a legend. That's one of the greatest of all time. So, yeah, no, if I'm doing anything like him, then yeah, I think I'm probably in a good spot. But I see a little bit of it, a little jump off the wall,
right?
Catch it. Yeah, I see you.
Who do you model yourself after though? Like from an NFL perspective, maybe there is somebody, maybe there isn't somebody.
Right.
I would imagine though there's somebody that you've at least watched a lot to try to study.
Yeah, absolutely. I've watched a lot of Julio, Keenan Allen, and Devontae Adams. All three of those guys I have watched a lot of film of and try and, take bits and pieces for sure. If I could say one, I would probably say Devontae Adams just because I've probably watched the most of his film. I think that, we're similar size and, a skill set that I'll hope to be able to refine to get to his. I'm not, there yet, but definitely, think, on the, higher end of my career, I could perform like that.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who covers the Dallas Cowboys, not a big fan of Devontae Adams back in the day. It's just that's
Right.
a bit of a tough scene. So thanks for pouring salt on that one. No, I think that's really really well done. And that fits. I mean, nothing is as cool as Ken Griffey Jr. All due respect to Devontae Adams, but Julio is great, and Julio, like you, I think, is capable, obviously played last season, of being that big X-body dude in the red zone, but also can do damage all over the field. Like a lot of receivers that come out get slotted, no pun intended, into one area of the game, but it does feel like you're really, really, really versatile, and I think that that's going to get you drafted higher than most people probably think.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, a lot of receivers are quick to say that they're versatile, but I feel like when you turn on my film, you really see it. Like I've played inside, I've played outside, I've had success in both spots. I block, tremendously. I open up lanes, in certain aspects in the run game. So for me, I truly feel like, I am versatile and I really, have shown that on film to a high level.
You're going to be somebody's franchise wide receiver, very, very, very soon, obviously. And so this isn't necessarily something that happens with them. Dez Bryant also follows you, I saw, which is super cool for me. And I remember Dez's rookie year, he was first round draft pick, and everybody always has the conversation, let him return punts. We want to see the ball in his hands, whatever. And nobody ever wants to let their star wide receivers do it because so much, traffic and action is happening there, and you can't take that risk. That being said, NFL kickoffs just changed, and this is a whole new thing, right? This is a whole new play, a whole new opportunity. We have no data to really go off of here. But I look at somebody like Rome Odunze and I say, well, I mean, if I have some sector of blocking happening in front of him, that's not as dangerous as a punt necessarily. I'm curious if maybe you've had conversations about that, or at least had internal thoughts like that could be an area that I could contribute that didn't literally exist a year ago.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely unique. And I definitely think, it'd be fun to be a part of. I think initially I would imagine, some of the returners would have a lot of success because I think it's just going to be so much different of a feel for a lot of the defenders that, it's going to allow for the runners to just feel free and kind of, make people miss and go ahead. But no, definitely. I mean, I'm the type of guy I want to, do whatever I can for the team. So if that's what, they decide they want me to do, then I'll go out there and, perform to the best of my ability. But no, I think it's a unique aspect to the game, returning punts or returning kickoffs that I think, I was able to show a little bit of in the seasons prior. So, but, my favorite player is Devin Hester. So I'd love to hopefully, emulate some of that.
Hall of Famer, Devin Hester.
Yeah.
How cool for you if he's your favorite guy and you get to enter the NFL as he's going into the Hall of Fame. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you that there's a lot of mocks that have you going to Chicago. I mean, that would be sick. And get the whole like Hall of Fame experience, dude. I'm not rooting. My dog's name is Bear, so I kind of root for the Bears in a small way. So if you wind up there, I might have an excuse, not that I didn't already, to get a Rome Odunze jersey. Yeah,
no, absolutely. If I go there, you got to have that for sure. 100%.
I'm going to have the jersey, but I'm also going to have the Snickers hand. This is what I'm looking at here is I need you. So this is a video, but I need you to describe what you're doing with Snickers and why it's so important to you, because I'm sure the answer is amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm working with been partnering with Snickers Ice Cream Bar. We're creating an exclusive limited edition holder for the Snickers ice cream bar, just because the most important thing about ice cream is just to make sure it's not falling out of your hand, it's not leaking everywhere. And like we were talking a little bit of my sure-handedness. You guys have seen it on film, so we wanted to create something for the fans, so they're not dropping their Snickers bar. And I got a little thing right here. This shows a little bit of what's going to be like. This is kind of like a perfect replica, a little bit. You can see, that thing's not going anywhere.
It looks like it's his own thing. I don't want to take away from it, but I have a 2-year-old son. It looks like a Hulk hand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's strength wise, it could be compared. It's very similar for sure, but it just makes sure that you're not dropping your ice cream. So it's limited edition. You can go onto snickers.com/ice cream chiller right now, April 18th to or not right now, April 18th to May 2nd to go
for a chance to win one.
For a chance to get one. And
so the one I'm looking at in the photo and the one you just showed had your signature on it. And this is a really vain question. But again, this is what I think about my life would be if I was Rome Odunze.
Okay.
I would have practiced my signature. Like I in anticipation. Have you ever done that? It's okay. You can say yes. No one will judge you.
Absolutely. I mean, when I was younger, I used to practice my signature when I was younger.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Have you gotten like feedback from somebody, like an agent or something? It's like, that's not cool enough, dude. Like you got to have some, and you're not. It has to be fast. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be able to do it quickly because you're going down a line or something.
Yeah, people have given me feedback. Some people like it, some people don't. I mean, I think it's unique because I've put my entire name on it. In past, like Rome Odunze, and then I have put a number 1 in it in the past. So that was my college signature. I'm kind of switch up the game a little bit to represent different phases of my football career. So but I think it's a unique one for sure.
The collectors will like that. They'll take one look. Now that's Rome's college signature. That's not his NFL signature. Exactly. That's not his Hall of Fame signature with his bust next to Devin Hester, obviously. Rome, I'll close with this. My name again is RJ Ochoa, so we have the same initials. I don't meet a lot of ROs, and so you and I, we park our cars in the same garage.
Brother, appreciate that.
Hey, you and me, Rome. Seriously, good luck. I wish you health, wealth, and happiness. An incredible NFL career. I hope that wherever you go, it will be the right place for you. So best of luck. Enjoy it. It is a once in a lifetime thing. You and your family soak up every single second.
Thank you. Will do, RJ. Appreciate it, man.